Hey guys, we've got another leverless addition to the Haute42/Cosmox lineup. This one is their next iteration of the aluminum M16 all-button controller. The 16 stands for the number of face buttons, but you can get other layouts with fewer buttons. And out of the box, this one here is noticeably larger than the previous M16. First impressions are solid. I like the proportions. It's actually super similar to the Haute42 acrylic T series. That palm area is good and it has a nice bevel. When looking at these controllers, there's sort of two classes of footprints in these all-button devices. The ultra-portable footprint similar to micros and flat boxes, and then the slightly larger lap play ones, which don't lean quite as hard into the ultra-portability element, but which I find myself probably more endeared to since they just feel a bit more stable during sweaty play sessions. The M16 PLUS fits squarely into this latter category. And these are its dimensions and weight. We can also see that the footprint is exactly the same as their T16. Really, minus the bevel on the edge and some different aux function placements, and then of course the difference in materials, it's basically the same. That layout is also the same, and with the arrow key up/WASD out of the box, you can play it more like a mix box if you'd prefer, or you can use the thumb up function, more like a traditional hitbox. The size of the button caps is all uniform, and they run just a hair larger than some other brands. The caps have a glossy rim edge and then a matte top face. This device also comes standard with Haute's new line of crystal switches, which I find pretty similar in feel and sound to a red. Listen. The caps extend less than half a centimeter above the rim, and the tops are smooth enough for passable slides. Then, on the bottom of the device is more metal, which is a missed opportunity for some foam padding, though there are 4 circular feet in the corners. Also, it looks like 5 ultra small Torx screws you'd need to remove to gain access, but I didn't have a small enough bit to tear it apart on camera here. Everything runs on GP2040CE firmware, so it's compatible with a number of systems. PC Play works right out of the box, but you'll need to use a dongle and a trip to the web configurator tool to set it for Xbox or PS5 play. There are button LEDs, and you can cycle through different animations out of the box, or jump into the web configurator tool and dial in your own colors. The web configurator is a great little tool, and I spent some time on there changing up the LEDs. In the end, I settled on some green and yellow for some Blanca vibes. Then, of course, there's that little OLED screen. I found this little Blanca-chan image in the splash screen section in the Haute42 Discord submitted by a community member, and thought it would be perfect to keep in theme. I'll leave a link to another video if you need help changing your own. Then of course you can remount buttons as you see fit, as well as change to your preferred SOCD cleaning settings, and then just save and exit. Jumping into the game, everything felt smooth and as it should. And actually, if your hands run large, this is a better option than a lot of other all-button competitors in my opinion. The overall width of the 8 action buttons, going from the left edge of the light kick button to the right edge of the 3K button, is around half an inch wider than something like the dual pad, so depending on your hand size, that may be a pro or a con. But speaking of cons, black metal is always a fingerprint magnet, but I suppose that's just part of the trade-off for a metal enclosure. I can toss on some stickers for some flair, but art customization is also a bit more difficult with these metal enclosures, though I'm sure you can grab yourself a vinyl wrap if you absolutely have to have something. Some foam on the bottom may have also been a nice touch. Really though, the M16 PLUS is a super solid device and I enjoyed my time with it. If you are a user who loved the original acrylic Haute42 T16 but wanted something that was more rigid or made of metal, then this is your device. I liked it better than the original M series, which I already thought was a good controller, just because I appreciate this slightly larger footprint. So if you want to buy your own, they are currently around that $120 price point. They are on Amazon and AliExpress, and then Haute42 has a website that can direct you to the best retailer for your part of the world to help save on shipping. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you found value in the content, then I hope you'll subscribe. Support your locals, and I'll see you next time.